Hello.
Hello.
Good morning,
Right.
Barry.
That's it. I try to make the most awkward introductions to see your reactions, but you guys never fall for it. It's like I guess if I do it every single time, you guys just like, what the hell is he doing?
We're also
Is that what your YouTube? That's what your YouTube guy told you to do?
No, he's like,
Let's
don't do
dig in.
He's like, do you see it's new videos you're doing? He's like, don't do those. It's like, just don't. I'm like, but those are the most fun.
I started writing up for SEMrush, the blog post for the December 2024 core update. And the transition from my intro to the actual analysis is let's dig in.
I got to make a new video according to somebody here about annotations.
We'll getting some traction going.
Yes. All right. I'm going to cover the December spam update stuff. What do you got for us, Morty?
Power Rangers AI mode.
You put a lot of effort into that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Greg?
And Google adds brand new Performance Max controls for you, and 2 ads are not the same copy. And I'll tell you why.
Looking forward. Yada, yada, yada. All right. So the Google December 2024 spam update, not core update, spam update was released Thursday, right a day after Google finished completing the core update of December 2024. Usually when core updates are done, we still have some tail end volatility. So when we got into the spam update, it was still pretty heated. And now the spam update has been rolling out over the past couple of days, and I'm seeing a lot of discussions around it. And I'm not sure what's what. I assume most of the stuff is spam related. If you want to go with what Google says, might have some inkling that some of it is correlated, or at least the people who are chattering about this are confusing the core and the spam by looking at their analytics and saying, "Well, I was hit," but most people who I ask about where you hit, and I'm like, "Oh, they said I was hit hard." I'm like, "Could you just share a chart?" And they show me a chart from their March update. So I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Give me a chart from the past couple of days." That being said, it does seem like the spam update is hitting hard. It's hard to know exactly what is actually targeting. Again, if it was a link spam update, it would be a link spam update. This is not, so it might not be related to links. It seems to be related to everything else. The question is what else? So we'll see. I do suspect Google will complete it either today or tomorrow before Christmas, even if it's not really done. But I do think that's what's going to happen there. So again, launched on Thursday, and over the weekend we saw a lot of chatter, and it seems like the tools are somewhat calming down today a little bit, but they're still pretty heated. So that's what I got for you on the spam update. Any commentary on that, guys?
Sounds like a marital dispute. Things got really heated, but they're still heated even a few days afterwards. Not sure if it's related to spam or not.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have a blissful marriage.
No, I just hope we get another one right after. I think we just keep it going. We're on a hot streak. Update after update after update. Let's get a helpful content December update.
Well, helpful content, not, but it's going to be core and spam, core and spam, core and spam, core and spam.
Go.
That's it.
Forever.
At least we got some AI stuff to talk about.
Yeah. So there's a rumor about Google going full on AI mode. Power Rangers AI mode. This it's there's a rumor that going on the Google search for raw AI mode, it'll look, quote, nearly identical to its Gemini AI chatbot. That's Barry over there. Same Barry, not Barry Adams, Barry Schwartz. Yep. YouTube guy, famous on YouTube. Let's dig in. He has a screenshot from what looks like a test on Android where there's a shortcut that lets you go to Gemini. I don't get it, because in the app there's already a shortcut that takes you to Gemini, which you also. I don't know what we're talking about.
So it's interesting. Yeah, you're right. There is that toggle just to jump to Gemini, but it's not. It takes you off of Google and takes you kind of into Gemini. This is it seems like it's the same thing. So a few weeks ago, Android authorities spotted Google testing AI mode, and then when the information wrote based on sources within Google, it's added more credibility to what's going to happen. And I don't know. I guess I don't know. It seems like you turn on AI mode and Google search changes to that, as opposed to just going to Gemini. Maybe. I don't know.
It's in the Power Rangers that are morphs from the dinosaur into the Megazord.
Just like the Power Ranger. Exactly. That's perfect.
Mm-hmm. Greg, your mic is muted.
You could have said something cool like Transformers, but you went.
I was debating about going Transformers with it, but I felt it lent itself more to Power Rangers.
You should have asked Gemini.
I guess similar colors with Google. They just don't have the Pink Ranger. My fave.
So they do have a problem with women, don't they?
Do they?
Wasn't there a whole lawsuit?
There's always I don't know. I don't follow entertainment.
No, not Google, not Power Rangers.
Google's always having lawsuits about everything. So, anywho, let's go into ads.
Okay. Some big news, I would say, on the ads front. With Performance Max, there has been additional controls that keep continuing to roll out. Most notably is brand exclusions. So if you don't want to spend a ton of money on your brand name, which PMax will kind of lean in towards, you can remove a brand. It's kind of goofy. You have to like put in a brand and like it ties it to a domain and it captures like a wide variety of branded terms. Morty's sleeping. This is very important. You should be awake because this is critical. And so what can happen with this is you basically like block a lot of stuff. And you sort of need to do it. And then Mike Ryan you quoted Mike Ryan from Smarter Commerce over on your post, Barry. And well, things just changed. Colors changed.
It's got very YouTube-y.
And Mike had said, if you block this, a lot of people are then setting up like a secondary shopping campaign. That's what we do. It works really well. There's now an option that within Performance Max, there's a sort of radio button. You can say, I'm going to allow shopping ads on searches that mentioned excluded brands. So if you don't want to run just search text ads, you can run shopping ads on branded stuff. You still can run for generic branded search queries. So it's kind of goofy, but this could help people if you're lazy and don't have a lot of campaigns and you're like melting in a smoldering fire. So to me, the real answer here is what they had said was going to be rolling out in Q4, which is negative campaign keywords. And I think if we had that, none of this stuff would be needed. It could be a nice option if you are lazy and don't want to set up a shopping campaign and push it towards brand. But you should hire somebody who knows how to do that, to be frank. Okay. And then Anthony Higman talked about a new test that he looked to have been seeing in the SERPs, and there are ads with the description underneath. So not just the blue link, but the full on description that we all write. And then underneath it, ads that do not have that description. Anthony was making a good point that like when we don't have these descriptions showing, it's like, how do we compare what ad copy is working right? There is no apples to apples anymore. It's all apples to oranges. And then also we're like buying this inventory. Can we know what we're buying? Where's this stuff coming from? So I think they're all good points. Maybe we talked about it last week with double ad serving. Maybe it'll be a bigger block with that description at the top and then a smaller one and somewhere else. Like, who knows? I do think it would be nice if we knew what we were paying for as advertisers.
Yeah. Advertisers always want to be told beforehand.
We're paying money.
Just because you're paying, big deal. We're working too here on the SEO side.
Well, I'm working too, but I'm choosing you, Google, to give the money to over other platforms. I want to know what I'm buying.
Do all the platforms kind of like hang out on the street corner and like that's how you decide like who to give the money to?
I think like Google owns a street corner, so I don't think they're allowed on there. They're across the street. Yeah,
Anthony really went off on that test, which makes sense.
It's a valid point. It's like, how are you supposed to test all this stuff? How do all these AI, how is that? Because I just know how Google works, and it's like, it's not doing a good job.
Yeah.
Like if you can't test like your descriptions and we've seen again, like single headline RSAs thing, like it's just so much is going on. It's like impossible to actually try to get like good, clean data.
Right. And then just some quick ending news. The Google was reluctantly and made it clear that they had to post the remedies around the antitrust case that like the Department of Justice was like, you tell us, Google, how we should break you up. So Google's like, we don't want to post this, but this is what we had to post. So they came up with some like stuff like, oh, we'll allow multi deals with certain default search partners. So it's not just one default, there's multiple defaults, little things around Android and OEMs. So definitely take a look at that if you care about the Department of Justice rulings. And then the holidays are coming, so we have the Christmas decorations up. If you search for Christmas in Google, Kwanzaa also, and then obviously Hanukkah as well. So everyone, I'm not sure, are we back tomorrow? Are you guys around?
I'm
around.
Jewish. I'm just eating Chinese food this time of year.
Perfect. So we're back tomorrow with more It's New.
All right. And support my fight against page annotations, please. bit.ly/page annotations. We've got over 50 signatures. Excited.
Wow. We're making a difference.
Excited about this. We're going to put an end to it.
Play the Michael Jackson music. Here to the world.
I don't want to get demonetized. I think the video is monetized. I don't even know. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
He doesn't even listen to us anymore, Mordy.